affiliate in Northeastern Democratic Republic of Congo, local officials have said. These stories and more coming to in this news bulletin with me, Lasuba Memo, and now the news in detail. As South Sudan joins the world in marking World Hepatitis Day, health experts are raising concerns over the growing threat of hepatitis in the country. The disease, often referred to as a silent killer, can go unnoticed until it causes severe liver damage or death. According to Matiok Anthony, Executive Director of Friends of Humanity, hepatitis is often undetected because its early symptoms imitate common illnesses. He says many people remain unaware of their infection until they develop severe complications. South Sudan records some of the highest hepatitis prevalence rates in the region, 9.9% rather for hepatitis B and 9.1% for hepatitis C, based on global health reports. Transmission occurs mainly through infected blood, unprotected sex, childbirth, and unsafe practices like sharing needles or razors. Hepatitis A and E are linked to contaminated food and water, while hepatitis D occurs only in people already infected with hepatitis B. Dr. Ambrose Anthony, a medical doctor, attributes the spread of hepatitis to cultural practices such as traditional sacrification, the communal use of sharp objects, and poor infection control in both clinical and community settings. Dr. Ambrose says hepatitis remains underdiagnosed and misunderstood. He blames the country's failure to provide the birth dose of the hepatitis B vaccine, which is critical to protecting newborns from chronic infection. Dr. Ambrose explains that hepatitis attacks the liver and can lead to cirrhosis, liver cancer, or death if not treated in time. He warns that many people, particularly young people, health workers, and patients receiving blood transfusions remain at high risk due to unsafe practices and limited awareness. Dr. Ambrose is now urging citizens to get screened, vaccinated if negative, and treated immediately if positive. In response to the lack of government and donor support, Friends of Humanity launched a $2 fundraising initiative to establish a hepatitis treatment center at Juba Teaching Hospital. Currently, no such facility exists in the country. Health professionals are now calling for public education, early testing, and government action to prioritize hepatitis in national health planning. Both sources spoke to iRadio's Zoned 72 program over the weekend. The 2025 World Hepatitis Day theme, If I Die, Let's Break It Down, calls for eliminating the disease by 2030 through awareness, testing, vaccination, and ending stigma. A human rights activist has criticized the South Sudan National Legislative Assembly for prioritizing foreign affairs over urgent domestic issues as Parliament meets to discuss regional reports today. Termanyang, a South Sudanese human rights advocate, expressed concern over the legislative body's agenda, which included the presentation of two major reports. According to the Monday's parliamentary sitting, Charles Majak Alier Deng, head of delegation to the Forum of Parliaments of the member states of the International Conference on the Great Lakes region, will present a fact-finding mission report on the violence and armed conflict in the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo between July 2023 and March 2025. Meanwhile, lawmaker Luca Peter Uget Dari, member of the Committee on Water, Resource and Irrigation, will present a report on the 2025 Regional Innovative Stakeholder Forum 3 in Nairobi, Kenya. Reacting to the parliamentary focus, Termanyang said, and I quote, "It is puzzling when national legislative bodies focus on foreign issues or events that might not be directly relevant to the country's most pressing problems. The fact that the South Sudanese Parliament is discussing a report on the conflict in the DRC instead of addressing the ongoing economic hardship, insecurity, and violence within the country is concerning." He went on to say unresolved domestic challenges, including insecurity in Juba, persistent economic instability, and human rights abuses that he says are not being adequately addressed. Manyang further criticized the parliament for what he described as avoiding sensitive national issues and becoming increasingly disconnected from citizens' lived realities. He cites the ongoing bombings, which he says are a major human rights concern that demands transparency and accountability. The Drug and Food Control Authority has warned of legal action against pharmaceutical companies and retail pharmacies selling narcotic medicines, including tramadol, without doctors' prescriptions. Dr. Peter Aguag issued the stern warning during a workshop in Juba the weekend. The workshop, organized by the Drug and Food Control Authority, brought together government institutions, professional associations, and international partners to discuss regulatory frameworks and capacity building for effective control of food and drug standards. Dr. Aguak stressed the need for strict guidelines, inspections, and robust monitoring to safeguard public health. Meanwhile, the Secretary General of the authority, Dr. Mayan Atem, urged the public to avoid buying medicines from street vendors and only purchase drugs from licensed pharmacies. Dr. Mayan advised that it is important to get quality medicine from the right places. On Friday, the police in Malut County, Upper Nile State, arrested several suspects accused of selling narcotic drugs, including tramadol, and shut down suspicious checkpoints and locations linked to illegal activities. The managing director of Paluch Payam, Johanna Mongolia, revealed that the seized drugs were smuggled into the country through Paluch Airport from Juba. He urged tighter security at the airport to stop similar incidents. According to the section on the sale of adulterated drugs, it is criminal offense to knowingly sell or distribute adulterated medical products. These include any drug or medical preparation that has been altered in a way that reduces its effectiveness, changes its function, and makes it harmful. If someone sells, offers, or exposes such a drug for sale or issues it from a dispensary as if it were unadulterated, they are committing an offense. This is iRadio Morning News, and now to the international scene. Dozens of people have been killed in an attack by an Islamic State affiliate in Northeastern Democratic Republic of Congo. Local officials there have said about 20 of the dead were worshippers taking part in a night vigil at a church in the town of Komanda when they were attacked by Allied Democratic Forces fighters. Nearby shops and businesses were looted and set ablaze. The ADF emerged in Uganda in the 1990s, accusing the government there of persecuting Muslims, but is now based over the border in DR Congo, where it regularly attacks civilians of all regions as well as in Uganda. And the United States and European Union have reached a trade deal framework ending a months-long standoff between two of the world's biggest economic partners. After make-or-break negotiations between President Donald Trump and European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen in Scotland, the pair agreed a U.S. tariff on all EU goods of 15%. That is half the 30% import tax rate Trump had threatened to implement starting Friday. He said the 27-member bloc would open its markets to U.S. exporters with 0% tariffs on certain products. Von der Leyen also hailed the deal, saying it would bring stability for both allies, who together account for almost a third of global trade. This is iRadio Morning News, and to end this bulletin, here's a recap of the headlines. As South Sudan joins the world in marking World Hepatitis Day, health experts are raising concerns over the growing threat of hepatitis in the country. A human rights activist has criticized the South Sudan National Legislative Assembly for prioritizing foreign affairs over urgent domestic issues as Parliament meets today to discuss regional reports. And dozens of people have been killed in an attack by an Islamic State affiliate in Northeastern Democratic Republic of Congo, local officials there have said. That's the end of iRadio Morning News. If there is a story or an event you'd like iRadio to cover or report about, please send us a text message at +211 925 287 It's also our WhatsApp number. Follow us on X at iRadio Juba, like our Facebook page iRadio, subscribe to our YouTube channel at iRadio South Sudan. You can also visit our website and listen to us online at www.iradio.org. Stay tuned for the news in Arabic at 8 o'clock. I am Lasuba Memo. Thanks for listening.